I've been really a lot better at giving in my life than I have been at receiving. And it's very uncomfortable for me to be in a position of receiving, I'm finding. So, words of advice on that.
Awesome. For the sake of synchronicity, I started, and because especially since we were talking about audiobooks, I started a book today called The Aladdin Factor. Have you ever heard that?
No, I haven't.
It's all about encouraging people how to ask better questions so that they can receive more. So it's interesting. I started that book literally this morning, and literally it's basically all about the question you're asking me. And yeah, when I hear you say you're really good at giving, but maybe not good at receiving as much, I'm wondering if you're more giving beyond your capacity, and that's why you're not receiving. Because I believe if you give from a full cup, that is like the most nurturing thing you could do for yourself almost.
Right. And I would definitely agree with that. And I think in the past it's been far more out of balance, the giving and the receiving. And so I'm finding that as I focus on my ability to give and receive, that it's shifting so many dynamics in my life. It's affecting my parenting, it's affecting my friendships, it's affecting so many things. And so it just feels like I'm in this huge transition point in my life. And I know that we are very complicated beings, and yet we're also very simple. And so I keep trying not to overcomplicate things, but just getting back to the basics of, what are the desires of my heart? Are my basic needs being met? And then how can I give from that place?
Yeah, well, let's make it personal. What is it that you're wanting to receive that you feel like you haven't been good at receiving?
So I feel like definitely in romantic relationships, I have sought out people for one reason or another who tend to feel like, they need me to complete them, or I become their everything, and I don't like filling that role anymore. It's not satisfying to me. It feels yucky, and I'm in a position where I'm starting to allow myself to feel like I want to have a relationship where a lot more reciprocation is taking place. And in the past, I've been so okay with giving because I think I didn't require much vulnerability of myself if I was the one giving. But in order to receive, you have to actually be open to the fact that you need something or someone, or
You want to say that in the first person?
Sufficient.
What? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Okay. I asked, I don't know if you heard me, I was saying, are you able to rephrase what you just said in the first person phraseology, like because you're saying you, and I just want to make sure what you're saying is accurate, because a lot of times when I ask people to do that, they don't even believe what they said until they say it in the I statement.
Okay, so I want to be open and vulnerable to needing certain things in my life instead of filling the role of being self-sufficient and not really needing or depending on others. And I want to open myself up to the dynamics of the type of relationship that could be created from that standpoint.
And when you say your needs, what are you meaning? Because I'm still not sure if it sounds like a need or desire. What is it that you're wanting or needing from a relationship?
So then what would be your differentiation between a need and a desire?
Okay, for me, needing, I guess in order for my human body to survive, I need oxygen, water, and food.
Okay.
And then other than that, I guess there's certain things that seem to be extremely healthy, like sleeping for a healthy balance. But other than that,
right.
Pretty much the rest is like desires, it seems for me.
Okay, so then I would agree with that. When we break it down to those categories, I'm definitely talking about the things that I desire.
Okay, and what are those? Now that I'm just getting real clear on this. What is it that you're desiring from? It sounds like a romantic relationship potentially.
Okay, so I am I'm definitely desiring a type of relationship where I can be as open and honest as, like, let's say a lot of the stuff that was discussed in your book, the rewilding your inner child. I want that type of open and honest communication and being able to dive in on any subject and have somebody else hold their own space. I want to stop, like, cushioning the space for other people.
I got it. I think, all right, so what I'm hearing now is that you are such a mother. Obviously, how many children do you have?
I have 4.
4 children. Okay, and are they all from? Do they all have the same dad?
Okay, so my stepson from a previous marriage is turning 20 next month, and I helped to raise him from the time that he was 3. I separated from his dad when he was 16, and so he does not live with me at this point. He's off in college. And then the 3 children that I have are 11, 7, and 5, and I adopted them from the foster care system. So they all 3 have the same birth mom and birth dad.
Okay, wow, okay. So you adopted 3 children in one fell swoop?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So I believe that is like such a natural, like you are a mother hen of sorts.
Yes, that would be very accurate.
Now, there is a dynamic with mother, in that relationship, I've heard that like there is a seduction for a man and a woman to fulfill their roles of their parents that they're missing. So,
okay.
And I've heard a healthy balance of that is like 20% mothering and fathering your romantic partner, not more than that. I think it's important for you to consider that what your children and all the people that you've mothered need from you is not what you're supposed to give to your romantic partner. And then maybe and vice versa. Like, I don't think a romantic relationship is a need, but a strong romantic relationship is so fulfilling. And I think that's created by chemistry and not created by mothering and fathering each other too much.
Agreed.
It's a state of interdependence rather than codependence. And
yes.
I think you're going to want to get real clear with your needs and desires and what you really desire, and then be able to ask for that, and then to be able to give the equivalent of that, and not necessarily mother your romantic partner.
Right.
I'm making some leaps here since we're 10 minutes in. I'm like, this is...
That's awesome. That flies by. I definitely agree with what you just described, and that it's very easy for me to fall into those roles. I think what I have found as I've started my personal growth journey over the last few years is that if I do experience a really intense chemistry with a person, it's not always with a person who cares to, or is capable of even, or desires to dive into the depths of all aspects of life. And so maybe I'm desiring to surround myself with new people who are willing to swim at new depths, perhaps.
Righteous, right? I that sounds about right to me. And I totally agree that like, that might be a bit of I believe you've probably had a lot of no's to get to a bigger yes in a way. And I'm not saying someone said no to you, but maybe there wasn't an inter-alignment. It didn't feel aligned because maybe they weren't swimming at the depth that you want to. And I believe it's just like you get to relentlessly give that. Like, you get to relentlessly not parent anyone, but really be your true, authentic, vulnerable self, and you're going to attract someone like that, whether it's friends or a new friend or a romantic partner. I think you're going to see more and more people show up like that. But I think you're going to be able to take the step first.
Yes, I agree. I like that. That sounds like a good path to be on.
Well, hey, my little baby here, I don't think we're on video anymore. She fell asleep in my arms. I'm not sure if Deanna, you can hear me, what you want me to do about that. And
Did she really?
Yeah.
That's so fun. I miss those days.
She must have, she might be experiencing some of the motherly energy from your essence. So she's sleeping in my arms.
Vibes are coming through.
And I would love to stay in touch. I don't know if you saw anything about the mastermind group I'm offering, but I imagine that would be very serving to not only you being surrounded by people that are diving at those depths, but also for like a month for you to really dive into it yourself.
Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run.